Hi guys, so today we're going to be talking about how we can use a single measure to describe a data set. And the four different measures that we're going to be talking about today are mean, median, mode, and range. So these are the terms that you guys are going to be hearing about today. And we're going to talk about how we can find these measures of a data set to better summarize our data. So example one, we're going to start with finding the mean. So Carla is in a bowling league. The league is ranking teams by average score. What is the mean or average final score of the 5 bowlers on Carla's team? So the mean is really just the average. It's the sum of all of our values in a data set divided by the total number of data values in the set. And this is just a good way to summarize our data. So for example, we have our 5 different bowlers and they all got different scores. And so using our mean will just give us an average score of how we did all together. So the first thing that we're going to do is I broke them down individually. So Desmond got 95, Raymond got 87, Caitlin got 84, Maria got 81, and Carla got 83. So to find the mean, you're going to add up all the scores, and then you're going to divide by how many data values there are. So first, let's go ahead and add all these up. So we have 95 plus 87 plus 84 plus 81. That was a bad 8, sorry. Plus 83. Oh my goodness, you guys. Not doing too well on the typing today. So go ahead and add all these up. And you can go use your calculator if you like. So when you add all of these up, you're going to get 430. So now to finish out finding the mean or the average, we're going to divide by how many data values there were. And there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 data values. So we're going to do 430 divided by 5. So go ahead and put this in your calculator. So our mean or our average is 86. So what this means is this is just a good way to summarize to say out of all 5 of these players, their average score together was an 86. So now I want you guys to try this on your own. It says the next week, Maria bowls a 151-point game. The other bowlers match their scores from the previous week. What is the new mean for the team? So instead of bowling an 81, Maria bowled a 151. So I want you guys to go ahead and find the new mean for this data set. So again, our first step is going to be to add all these together. So 95, 87, 84. Instead of 81, we have 151 and then 83. So we're going to add all of these together. I'm going to go ahead and put these into my calculator really quick. So if I add these up, I'm going to get 500. And then there are still 5 data points. So if I divide by 5, my new average is going to be 100. My new mean or my new average is going to be 100. So that kind of shows you guys how even just one different score can really change the average of that data. She really increased her score. She went from 81 all the way up to 151, and that really increased our average. You can kind of see how that impacts the average of a whole team. All right, let's talk about our other measures. So let's talk about median, mode, and then we're going to talk about range. So we're going to use the same example here. So Trey and Sarah each downloaded songs to their music libraries. Their players list each type of music and the total playing time in minutes for each type. How can Trey and Sarah each summarize their data sets using median, mode, and then range? So we have Trey's music library and then we have Sarah's. So to find the median is the measure of center. So it's what is in the middle of our data value. And to find this, we're going to order the values from least to greatest and then find the exact middle. And then 72. So there's 2 ways that you can kind of order this off. Some people like to do the little rainbow method where they draw a rainbow from one value to each end until you find the exact middle, which would be 63. The other way, that just kind of matches each value to each other just to show you what's in the middle. The other way is you can cross them off. You can go one on each side until you get to the middle, either or. But our median, what's directly in the middle there, is 63. So Trey's median is 63, and now let's do Sarah's. So lowest value for Sarah is going to be 37. That was a really big circle. Let's see, 37, looks like 38 is next. 42. Oops, I missed 35, you guys. Sorry, just kidding. 35 is the lowest. That's at the, I'm going to put that at the very end. My bad. So 42, then 46, and then 51. Just trying to see if you guys are paying attention there. Okay. Now for this one, if I were to do my rainbow or my cross-off method and I were to try to match them up, I would notice that there are two numbers here in the middle. So there's not just one number in the middle. Now, whenever this happens, what you're going to do is you're going to find the average or the mean of those two numbers to find our true middle. So if you guys remember that we just did, to find the mean of these two numbers, we're going to add them up. So 38 plus 42. So go ahead and add these up. And you're going to get 80. And then we're going to divide by how many data values there are, which in this case there are just 2. So we're going to do 80 divided by 2, which is 40. So our median for Sarah is 40. So again, median is just what's in the middle. You can use the rainbow method or cross them off to find our exact middle. And if there's not a middle, if there's two numbers, you're going to find the mean of the two numbers to find your median. All right, let's try mode. So mode is another measure of center, and it is the value that occurs most often. I kind of remember mode because mode, M-O, reminds me of most. They just kind of go together. So mode is the number that happens the most often. So I'm just going to 67 comes up twice, so our mode here is 67. Now for Sarah, I'm going to list them out again. Number 35 is at the front this time. And you don't have to put these in order from least to greatest for mode. You can simply go up and look at your data if you want to do it that way. I just like to list them out. I think it's a little easier for me to list them out. So 35 only happens once, 37, 38, 42, 46, 51. They all happen one time. There's no number that's repeated. So there is no mode for Sarah. So again, we're just looking for what happens the most or what number repeats itself the most. And there was no mode for Sarah. All right, our last measure is range. And this is a measure of variability. So this describes how the values in a data set vary with a single number. And the range is just the difference of the greatest value and the least value. So again, if we're looking, and I'm not going to rewrite them out, but we're just going to look up here at Trey's. If we're looking at Trey's, we're trying to find the range. It's the difference. Remember, when we see the word difference, we know we're going to subtract. So our largest number for Trey was 72, and our smallest number was 59. So to find the range, we're simply just going to subtract these two numbers. So 72 minus 59. So our range for Trey is 13. So basically what this means is it's just showing that Trey's values can vary by 13. And now for Sarah. Her largest number was 51, and her smallest was 35. So I'm just going to go ahead and subtract these two. And Sarah's range is 16. So again, range is just showing you how much our data values can vary by. All right, last one for today. I want you guys to find all 4 measures, mean, median, mode, and range for the following data set. All right, so for our median, all we want to do is we want to add all of these up. I'm sorry, for our mean. Oh, you guys, I'm struggling today. All right, so for our mean, we're going to add all of these up first. So, and I'm going to add these up my calculator really quick. So 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1, 0 plus 12, and plus 9. So you should get 45. And then we're going to divide by how many numbers there are, or how many values. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Make sure you count that 0. Just 0 is a data value. So you want to make sure you count that. So we're going to do 45 divided by 9. Hopefully we all know that is 5. So our mean is 5. So let's talk about, and I just erased that. So our mode, what pops up the most, let's see if any of our numbers repeat. So doesn't look like 4, 6, 8, 3, 2, 1, 0, 12, 9. None of those repeat, so there is no mode. And our median, the first thing we're going to do for our median is put these in order from least to greatest. So we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, and 12. Okay, so now I'm going to use my little rainbow method to match up to see if we have an exact middle. And we do. Our median is 4 here. And last but not least, our range. So remember, our range is our largest number subtracted from our smallest number. So our largest data value here is 12. And our smallest is 0. So our range would be 12. All right, that is it for our lesson for today. Make sure if you guys have questions, you're reaching out to your teacher to ask for help. And we hope that you guys are all doing well and have a wonderful day.